All right, hello and welcome to Final Fantasy X-2. We have just beaten Final Fantasy X, going into a game with a much different tone. X-2 is still a great game, probably better combat than 10, and 10 is my favorite game of all time. But combat is a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like a little bit more intricate. I like the job system, but without further ado, let's jump in. I was thinking about playing the Eternal Calm before this, but I think if you guys want a little bit more context for this game, if you just look up the Eternal Calm, that will kind of tell you like everything that happens, so to speak.
In position. It's showtime, girls.
Already a much different Luca. This is not what they had in the stadium before. It's a lot of Machina. And a much different Yuna. It's going to showcase everyone's kind of name when they appear. You're going to see Yuna and then a question mark appears over her name. It's kind of cool. Biggs is not happy. Some time has passed since Final Fantasy X. Don't worry, this is not the day after Tidus died. That would be messed up, though. But did he die? I don't know. I don't know. You know, full spoilers for Final Fantasy X, which I'm way late in saying that. And this is a character we've not seen before, Pain. Final Fantasy X-2. Doesn't feel like a friendly meeting.
Hey, give it back already!
Uh-oh.
Boys,
That's not Yuna.
want in on this number? Then show me your moves.
No wonder we,
Think you can keep up?
no wonder we had a question mark over her name. One of the biggest benefits of this game is that you start out with Riku, so you can already steal. Love that for us. Forgot how much we could kill the, how easily we could take out the opposing enemies. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I was trying to steal from him. Yeah, I mean, as you can imagine, this is not a tough fight. It's literally the intro fight. I don't even know if you can die. I think you can die in this fight, but I'm actually not sure. And a much different system, right? So you have the situation where you've got characters acting at the same time, which is much different than what we've seen previously. I'm gonna Power Breaker. There's really no reason to do this because she's only gonna cast magic, but might as well. And then Thief has an interesting way of attacking, and that you'll see Riku do it here. She hits twice. So if you max damage, you're hitting twice, which is nice.
I could have danced all night. Sorry, no time for an encore. Hold still.
All right. So going forward, we are going to have some enemies. This is very reminiscent of when Yuna was kidnapped in Final Fantasy X. Got the Phoenix down. Phoenix down's pretty good. I should mention there's also abilities we can learn, and you get like AP by defeating opponents, and those abilities get learned. We can't open the menu to look at the abilities right now, but we theoretically could go through and let's do fast wait. I do like the wait mode a little bit better. So what that is now is like if I select attack, it pauses. Like no one's gonna do anything. But if I go back to the main menu, well, I was wrong. For some reason I thought that when you went back to the main menu, it allows you to continue motion. Okay, well, this is gonna wait for turns, which I kind of like a little bit better. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. What's actually better? Let's do active because I feel like active's harder. Let's do that for now. Be fast. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't look to make this easier on ourselves. And we're not getting any experience in AP, but don't worry, it is getting bundled up and will be in use later. So going forward, we have kind of a few enemies kind of on us here. I should mention I'm not gonna get 100% in this game. I'm okay at 10-2, right? Like I'm all right. I'm not great. I'm not terrible. I'm fine. But getting 100% on the first playthrough is really hard. And I just don't think I'll be able to do that. It's almost like strongly encouraged to play through multiple times. Like there is a new game plus in this game. But yeah, I will show you one thing that's immissable. You get a missable right off the bat. Like pretty much within the first 2 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, you can miss that. Which is always fun. It's got a very Dirge of Cerberus feel to it. That's for sure. So you see I'm taking damage. I haven't quite gotten any sort of like healing outside of a Phoenix down, which is not really healing. But there is a Moogle we can talk to heal. So this is the first missable. And what I mean by missable is like, oh, it's not like, oh, that's cool, but it's if you miss that, you will not get 100% again. Like that's how harsh this game is. Nice, there it is. We learned an ability, Pilfer Gill and Sentinel. Sentinel infinitely better than Pilfer Gill. do kind of want to showcase that, actually.
Don't hold out on me.
And Pilfer Gill is just stealing Gill. Like, nothing too exciting.
Out of the way.
Alright. Cool. So I'm going to Sentinel here. So now when I'm Sentineled, I feel like she's supposed to be doing something. She should be guarding. What? Okay, never mind. She should be rushing in front of the attack to block it, and then to counterattack, I believe. But
Takers, keepers.
well, maybe just block it. But I guess because Riku was gonna dodge it, the game probably decided, like, you don't need to do that. Just gonna heal up a little bit.
Hey, you run too fast.
Who's that man behind us?
You're too slow, little girl. Show's over!
Walking around looking like he dressed for the Quister Trials. What is he doing?
Youch.
This way.
I guess arguably I could have done my playthrough as a New Game Plus at 100%. Because I do have the Blitzball save that I used for the 10-2 playthrough. And that's at 99% completion. YRP. Very different Yuna still.
Where's the imposter?
She had that, she had the, oh, couldn't steal anything. I actually want to kind of chill out here for a bit. I really want to steal from Logos before killing him. Also, Trigger Happy, kind of a fun little thing. It's like, it's based off of how fast you can click. It's not very effective right now, but it will be effective in the future. For sure. Oh, no. Yeah, Logos is on the right, Ormi on the left. Power break him just because when I get hit by that thing, I don't want it to hurt that bad. Oh, 13. That's not terrible.
It cannot be!
Dude, it could super be. And you'll see active mode and wait mode in the upper right. Wait mode does turn on, but the thing that I had thought about turning on is something that turns it on like permanently, right?
Takers, keepers.
Let's go, Riku. Yeah, if you're really, really into it, you can wait until you get Master Thief, and you could go that route for this section. Master Thief allows you to steal like very rare items. To be completely honest with you guys, Ormi and Logos don't have much to steal, if I recall correctly. Like they have the silver glasses, that's fine. Like, none of this, I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh, but none of the stuff you steal is like gonna be endgame, right? Which I guess probably isn't the requirement per se, but it does feel relevant.
Don't hold out on me.
Boss.
Quite enough sniveling, boys.
That voice is familiar. It's Yuna. Question mark.
Persistent, aren't you? My grid.
You give us back Uni's garment grid right now.
Didn't you girls ever learn to share? Give it back. Very well, it's yours.
So I'm gonna say something that's a spoiler for this game. That I think is a little bit. It's a spoiler. So you see this lady kind of
Won't be yours for long, love.
kind of transforms into a new person. The one thing I wish they would have done with this game is I wish they would use that mechanic more. They don't actually. This is the only time someone assumes someone else's identity. I feel like it would have been kind of nice and full circle if we assumed her identity once in a while. But it just doesn't. It's not how it goes. Which is a little bit like, meh. I don't know. I wish it wasn't. So we're going to do Darkness Dance. So we basically have like a Waka-esque. Yeah. We basically have like a Waka-esque garment grid in this songstress. So the whole idea of the songstress is it inflicts status ailments and buffs by dancing. So that's the whole thing, which is fine, right? It's cool. But it's really like a role that Waka fills that's now filled by this garment grid. And you'll see that a lot throughout the series because Final Fantasy X had like, what, 7 party members? Was it 7, right? 7 full-time. But yeah, I mean, we're not going to count Seymour.
I won't let you off so easily next time.
But
Get back here!
a lot of the garment grids really fill out what you would do. Like, they are your different combat roles.
What? What? Hey.
I know I said I'm not going to go for 100%. I don't plan on it, but I do plan on going for everything that I think is relevant. Like all dress spheres and stuff like that. Because that's a gameplay thing. A lot of the things I'll miss are probably just like scenes. Cool. And yeah. You can definitely become a little bit imbalanced here. Where Yuna's like level 2 and everyone else is like level 10.
My body just started dancing by itself.
I've done that before.
I didn't know what was going on. I was frightened. Then, while I was dancing, something happened.
You sure looked like you were enjoying yourself.
I was. It felt like some other person's excitement just took over.
That can happen when you use the garment grid. The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere pass to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
I can't really say.
But it's your invention.
I'm just a kid.
Dance, Yuna. I want to see.
It'll cost you.
One moment.
The day they killed brother.
What? No dance? Lucy, Gullwings, doing goody duck.
So,
I've completed my latest invention.
oh yeah, forgot about this. Creature Creator. Use the Fiend Trap Pods invented by Shinra to capture fiends all across Spira and train them as allied creatures for the Gullwings. The more fiends you capture and train, the more fascinating tales you will hear about them. Yeah, there's a YouTuber called Maria, actually, that does all these like monster fights, and they extensively use like the creature capture or whatever. So we'll try to use it a lot this time too.
This is Pain. I look up to her as a sphere hunter, and also as a friend. I still don't know her very well. She's not exactly the talkative type. I heard she joined the Gullwings shortly before I did. Riku doesn't know much about her either.
What now?
Nothing.
Yeah, and we can learn Albed in this game. It's just a little bit different. Like, there's not primers scattered around like the entirety of Spira. Kind of different. There shouldn't be anything on the deck, but I'm just gonna... And this is, I just want to show this. So this is the airship this time. It's not the Celsius. It's Brother's airship. Don't actually know what happened to the Celsius. You don't really see it in this game. If I'm remembering correctly. I feel like it's not a thing.
Miss Yuna, what can I do for you?
Our barkeep's a Hypella. No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep. Brother took him in, and now he works aboard the airship.
Sleep tight.
Gonna sleep here real quick. I know there is a whole thing where if you sleep in every single chapter, you get like a scene. See, now I'm like having that eternal debate with myself. I'm like, should I go for the 100%?
What can I do for you?
To be honest, I went for the 100% for the Blitzball because I had to do it to get the, let's do this in a way that makes sense. I had to do it to get the Xanark and Apes, right? And I didn't even do it right. So, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't do it right then, it's like, how, am I really going to do it right this time? Probably not.
Thank you.
Let's go to the engine room. There are some treasure chests we can claim, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know if this game will be more fun than 10 for me. I think the one thing that might be fun is I'm less familiar with it, right? So that is kind of fun. In 10, when I was playing, I was like, okay, I know this game. Like, I've played this game so much, I'm definitely very familiar with it. But this one, I'm definitely less familiar. Well, we've introduced ourselves to Payne and Barkeep. Guess more they introduced themselves to us, but let's talk to a few more people. Let's talk to the man that knows everything.
I know everything.
Shin wasn't Al bed. He's a real whiz kid.
Imagine if you just had a guy in your life where you're like, hey Jim, how's it going? And he just goes, I know everything. And you're like, dude, I just want to know how it's going. Like, it's a little bit obnoxious. Do we care about going over this? I don't know. How much time do we have? Let's go over it a little bit.
Everything.
Battle Beginner's House. It's probably gonna be stuff we already know. Glossary, ATB. The active time battle system. Ooh, it's a good screenshot. Look at that buff. Dude, looks like a kangaroo. My goodness. The active time battle ATB system. Enemies will attack regardless of whether you input commands. Stay on guard. Battles can also be configured so that enemies hold their attacks while you select commands. Choose config from the main menu and set the ATB mode to wait. 8. Active mode. Battle continues non-stop except during sphere change sequences and certain commands. The speed at which the time flows can be adjusted with the ATB speed setting. Wait mode. Time flows while you select commands such as attack an item. However, time pauses while you make decisions such as which target to attack or which item to use. You can check the current mode at any time during battle by looking for active mode or wait mode in the upper right hand corner of your screen. After a command is selected, there is generally a wait period before it is executed. Some commands don't require it though. Battle can quickly grow chaotic due to this wait, with friends and foes all acting simultaneously. You can press Y to cycle through, triangle for me, to cycle through party members whose ATB gauges are fully charged. You saw me doing that during the fight with Riku. They are ready to take commands in any order you choose. Sphere changes allow Yuna and her friends to change outfits during battle. However, a sphere change isn't just for looks. It also changes the user's attributes, max HP, MP, and abilities. Sphere changes require 2 types of items, dress spheres and garment grids. Newly acquired dress spheres can't be used until they are placed on a garment grid. For more information on how this works during battle, see changing dress spheres under the battle system. To learn how to configure garment grids with dress spheres and equip Yuna's team with those grids, see using garment grids. Yuna's team uses the power of dress spheres to access a wide variety of abilities. I don't know why I put wide there. Just equip a garment grid dress spheres placed on it, and you're ready for a sphere change. Dress spheres are shared among them among the Gullwings, so Yuna, Riku, and Payne can all use the same dress sphere at once. To learn how to configure garment grids with dress spheres and equip Yuna's team with those grids, see using garment grids. Sphere changes require special items called garment grids. Just place dress spheres in the grid nose and you're ready to go. Some garment grids have gates, each with special properties. So like when we connect a line or pass through those gates, you get new abilities or stats or whatever. Garment grids are shared among the Gullwings, so Yuna, Riku, and Payne can all use the same grid at once. To learn how to configure garment grids with dress spheres and equip Yuna's team with those grids, see using garment grids. So this is just the battle layout. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, and then the purple indicates like charge time for an action, and then green shows charge time until you get a turn. So it's yeah, and then wait time depends on agility. So that's how agility matters. Yeah. Yeah, and then you saw this when we got Yuna in our party. We pressed LB, and then we changed to the dancing songstress dress sphere. Yeah. So this is, yeah, and that's the special power, the red and the blue. Sometimes the word chain appears. I don't know if I do chain attacks as much as I should. And then we know about elementals, right? I mean, yeah, thunder hates water, fire hates ice, and vice versa. Yeah, and then some enemies, like Aperia here, have silence, touch or strike. And then this is basically just telling us there's pointless. I think Itchy is a new one here. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like Curse Light. It's Diet Curse. And then this is all the attributes. It's kind of cool seeing them all. And then I talked about AP before, ability points. We're gonna go over these a little bit more, but you can access each role or dress sphere and then choose which abilities to learn, eventually learning all of them, right? And then Trigger Happy we saw, it's pretty effective when you actually have, you know, power to your hits, but when you're doing 0 damage, not very good. It is also good for staggering an enemy. Like they'll be trying to take an action at every single Trigger Happy hit or bullet that kind of pauses them. There's also a Blue Mage, which I think is Gun Mage, which is, I mean, yeah, Blue Mage. So I don't know why they didn't call it blue. It seems weird. But yeah, you can learn Fiend abilities, and this is kind of going over that. I really want to use that in this playthrough because I think it's fun. It's basically Kamari. And then Oversoul. So Oversoul is basically when they increase stats and HP, and basically just how tough the enemy is. If a fiend oversouls, it means they're coming for a fight. Yeah, certain fiends will oversoul if you defeat several fiends of the same type. Oversouled fiends can be a handful in battle, but the spoils of victory are well worth the effort. Find special dress spheres, and Yuna, Riku, and Pain will be able to sphere change into new, more powerful forms. Once you sphere change into all the dress spheres currently placed on the garment grid, you can access special dress spheres. So yeah, there's special, like, I would call them even summons. That's what I'd call them, summons. They're basically summons. And the summons are you. Yeah, character fights alone, but you have like 3 different options. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, and then once you change into it, you lose the special bonuses you have from the sphere grid and stuff, or garment grid. Yeah, and then you can also change out of it by pressing LB. We'll go over this a little bit more in practice, so it'll be kind of interesting.
I know everything.
That's all we care about. Water sport love throughout Spira. When Sin still terrorized Spira, Blitzball helped people forget their troubles as they cheered on their hometown's finest athletes. This is interesting. This is from Final Fantasy X. The craze has died down since the arrival of the calm, but the sport still remains popular as always. Alright, let's get out of here. There's a lot to go over. We don't have to go over it all. One thing I do want to go over, actually. I'd like to go over the Creature Creator tutorial, because I actually don't remember. I'll explain the Creature Creator to you. This is the Fiend Arena, a secret base that I created. This is where you put captured fiends into teams and train them. Fiends are reincarnations of humans who couldn't make it to the far point. My objective is to train fiends and learn the secrets of their fiend tail. Go to Trap Creature to capture fiends. Trap Pod S has been supplied. I'll explain creature trapping. Set trap pods in areas that seem to be home to many fiends. The trap pods will cleanse the souls of the fiends and turn them into good creatures. There are 4 types of trap pods in all. Pod S, Pod M, Pod L correspond to the size of the fiend you wish to trap. Pod SP lets you target a specific species, including humanoids. You can carry up to 8 trap pods. You won't be supplied more than 8. Let's try it out by capturing Brother, who just went to Luca. Luca attracts fiends from all over. The trap pod SPs often don't do the job. With trap pod SPs, you have to specify what fiend species you want to trap. Brother is a humanoid. You can round up trap fiends using RB. Select an area where you set a trap pod. Yeah, sure. The trap pod test was a success. Fiends have varying affinities for each other. When you can't catch a certain kind, try releasing a fiend you've already caught. This concludes the creature trapping tutorial. Develop creatures where you nurture captured fiends. Give items and accessories to fiends to make them grow. Select creature from the menu. Yeah, I'd like to use this more, but I'm not really sure how. This is the screen where you see develop fiends. Select a creature you want to develop. Then choose what you will use to develop the creature. For instance, if you select items, your item inventory will be displayed. In the creature status, you will see parameter changes and added abilities that will result from using the selected item. Currently, the cursor is on Ether, and it shows that you can use 2 Ethers to learn the ability Magicide. Now let's try developing the creature. When you select Ether with the cursor, use Ether times 2 to learn Magicide and raise MP by 1. Proceed. If you select Yes here, Nashorn will learn Magicide. However, creatures can only learn a maximum of 4 command abilities and 4 auto abilities. If you want them to learn a new ability after reaching the limit, they must be made to forget a current ability. To make creatures forget an ability, select Unlearn from the menu. A cursor will appear on the list of the creature's current abilities. Select an ability with the cursor, and the creature will unlearn the ability. Keep in mind that only abilities that the creature has actually learned can be unlearned this way. Abilities made usable through equipment are excluded. This concludes the tutorial on developing creatures. When fiends grow, you can learn more about their fiend tail. If you go to creature history, you can see a creature's fiend tail. When fiends level up in battle, their fiend tail level up goes up as well. When fiends complete their fiend tail, they can then be unleashed. When a fiend is unleashed, you can see its secret fiend tail ending. After viewing its fiend tail ending, the creature is added to the bestiary. We have to try to register every fiend and spear into the bestiary. If you want to change the name of a fiend or release it from your service, go to Name Creature. If you press RB, you can change the name of the creature teams as well. When you release a fiend from your service, its experience and learned abilities will not be recorded, so be careful. To train to level up fiends, have them fight in the Fiend Arena. Go to Fiend Arena to have your creatures battle fiend teams that I have personally scouted. The Fiend Arena has various tournaments and battle simulators. By winning in tournaments, you can receive trap pods as rewards. Try to fight your way through and win every Fiend Arena tournament if you can. Lastly, I'll explain creature battles. This tutorial will teach you how to have creatures you have captured participate in battle. Select party members from the menu. is a longer tutorial than I thought it would be. This is the screen where you can add creatures to the battle team. When you open the party members screen, there will be a list of characters and creatures. Select a creature you wish to add to the battle team. Once you select a creature, move the cursor to a team member on the right side of the screen. The selected team member will be switched out with a newly selected creature. Team member switch is now complete. However, keep in mind that creatures come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. The number of creatures that can be in a battle team at any one moment is restricted to 3 S-sized creatures. M-sized creatures are equal to 2 S-sized creatures. L-sized creatures are equal to 3 S-sized creatures. If you put 1 M-sized creature into the team, then only 1 S-sized creature can be added on top of that. If you put 1 L-sized creature onto the team, you cannot add any more members to the battle team. The creature fights alone. By the way, if you select remove all members will be removed from the team. However, at least 1 creature must be selected for battles to take place. After selecting team members for battle, and using B to return to the menu, you mean circle. Choose a dress sphere. If you take creatures that are not yet equipped with dress spheres, equip dress spheres on them like so. The setup for your creature battle team is complete. Just like regular characters, creatures must always be equipped with a garment grid and a dress sphere. Up to 2 accessories can be equipped on creatures. Creature abilities and parameters will change according to the dress spheres they have equipped, but they are not able to sphere change. Creatures can equip the same items characters can, but the same item will have different effects when equipped on a creature than when equipped on a character. You can check the effects of equipment on creatures through help messages. This concludes the tutorial on creature battle teams and equipping creatures. I'll explain creature behavior. Oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Friendly creatures will appear in a circle of light. Creatures make their own decisions in battle. Creatures that just join you will use commands rather freely and randomly. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Creatures will grow smarter as they fight, learning which commands are optimal. Next, I'll explain cheering and fleeing. You can't directly control creatures in battle, but you can influence creatures' actions in battle by cheering them on. The gauge at the top left is the cheer gauge. The cheer gauge shows the creature's motivation with star symbols, and its mood as well. The creature's motivation goes up by pressing right stick, and goes down by pressing left stick. When motivation is high, creatures are more aggressive and do more damage. But they take more damage as well, and their evasion goes down, so be careful. When motivation is low, creatures do less damage. But they take less damage, evade more attacks, and even heal allies more often. When all the motivation stars are gone, the creature will flee the battlefield. If the battle isn't going well, it may be better to have it flee. Finally, I'll explain abilities and leveling up. Just like regular characters, creatures level up and grow stronger by gaining experience in battle. In addition, they sometimes learn abilities after being attacked. The abilities that can be learned varies by creature and are learned when the creature is subjected to a related attack. For example, creatures that can learn Fire may do so when they are attacked with a fire spell. There are a whole lot of abilities learned through related attacks, so the best way to learn a lot of abilities is to fight many different kinds of enemies. Creatures can not only learn command abilities this way, but passive abilities as well. Also, creatures are able to forget abilities they have learned, but they can remember them again if they are attacked the same way. If you need basic battle advice, talk to me and go to Shinra's Guide to Everything. Then select the Battle Beginner's House. This concludes the Creature Battles tutorial. Thanks for listening. This might be crazy, and I'm gonna say something nuts. Oh gosh, I don't know. Should we just do monsters for this whole playthrough? Is that crazy?
I know.
Like, how insane is that? I don't know. Gosh, I'm so torn. Oh, I just don't know. Just put brother in there instead of pain. Let's give it a shot. I've got to stress to you, I've never actually I've never really done this before. Like, I've never really used monsters. But we're gonna use brother. He's gonna learn life. He's gonna learn Asuna. See how this goes.
Having fun?
You bet. It all began when I saw this sphere of you. At least, it looked like you. I couldn't say for sure. I thought I might find more spheres like it if I joined the Gullwings, so I did. Oh, in case you're wondering, the Gullwings are sphere hunters, and sphere hunters are, well, this. We fly all over Spira. I'm really enjoying myself.
Glad to hear it. For a while there, I was starting to feel like a kidnapper.
Don't be silly.
Yuna, has my talking gotten better?
He talks now.
He really has improved quite a bit. He told me that he practiced, just so that he could talk with me more.
Brother and the Albed race speak their own unique language. Yuna has managed to pick up a little Albed during her travels with the Gullwings, but she still has a ways to go. Go digging for Albed primers in the Beacon L Desert. Expose yourself to the language as much as possible, and you'll be proficient in no time.
Let's go! Party! Party!
Festivalist. Throw that on there, because we just got it. We need to put it on a grid to use it.
I know.
Let's actually not do anything yet.
Still analyzing.
Greedy.
Buddy and brother are old friends. Buddy says he was aboard Sid's airship with us 2 years ago. When I told him I didn't remember, he seemed disappointed.
That's fair. Sound like a jerk. It's kind of hard to be a sphere hunters when you can't even track down a sphere to hunt. True. Might as well take it easy until Buddy picks up some leads.
I know everything.
I'll enter a tournament. Brother. All right, who wins this one? Oh, we get to see it. That's cool. No Fear versus Ugly Jam. Elementrio versus Squishy Brothers. Machine Gunners versus Gullwings. Nice. Oh, his brother popping off? I just saw him do a... Was that a poison strike, or was he getting hit by a poison strike? I can't even tell. That's not right. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Oh yeah, we are so boned. Thanks. Loser. He didn't even say we lost. He just called us a loser. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. It's a trap creature. Wait, can I already round up? Not interested. I guess. I don't know. Fly eye. Boo. This is actually kind of fun. I'm using literally all my trap pods though, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of fighting to get more. But I think this is fun. Oh, it's a bolt drake. It's exciting. I mean, we definitely have more creatures now. But all these folks. Trying to think what I'm forgetting. Well, I think I need to go to the cabin and then I need to like enter. Like there's a whole thing where I need to be told to come back to the bridge, I believe.
Gullwings!
Yep, report to the bridge. Alright. Oh, I need to save on a new save. I need to not overwrite my Blitzball. Cool. Well, I'm actually going to probably end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we are going to report to the bridge and see what's going on. Till next time.